Hello, buddy. Welcome back. Against Nautilus, Ezreal. Who's their? Oh, it's Jungle Diana, maybe. Need a little more AP. I might just go Maokai here. Don't really want to do Yuumi into that. Haven't been winning as much on Rakan lately. I do still think he's good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just delusional. But the matchup in Nautilus seems a little rough. Oh yeah, Diana jungle. Okay. No, this could be a little iffy. I might need to start banning Ezreal, because Ezreal just feels like if you don't shut him down right now, because he can get a Sheen item early, he can be pretty hard to deal with. But they don't have any healers on their team, aside from just, you know, their own sort of lifesteal that they have.
I will fight for every
30 seconds until minions spawn.
of grass.
I guess I can stay. I'm getting enough mana where I think it'll be alright.
I cannot find peace, not even in the
I am kind of liking the water walking on a lot of champs. On Yuumi, maybe not as much, but instead of like Scorch, just because, I don't know, walking up and down the river, it ends up being extra experience for you. You can ward faster, just a lot of things you can do faster.
Once my limbs reached for the sky, now for nearest mortal neck.
A little dangerous as they collapsed on me here, but I want that information. If he hooks me, we can fight him on our side, and I was next to the bush too. Ezreal also didn't seem to be really looking. Sorry, I need to move the chat over here in a second.
Punish their wickedness. Once they were human, now they are only in my way.
First blood.
I'm about to get ganked or something.
That's one.
She should be dead. Yeah. She basically entered to get me. Alright. Which is fine. I I guess we'll just go with that. Alright, let me... New Mundo's out. Damn it, my chat's in the wrong place. He looked OP. I haven't played against him first. Yep, still on TBC. I haven't streamed any of it yet. Well, I've streamed a little bit, but the viewership was so low. It was like late night after stream. I was just like, ah. So occasionally I've streamed it, but I will probably start streaming the raids. I'm going to try to see if I can raid Karazhan this week. We don't have an exact time yet on it. So I'll try to let you guys know on the channel if you want to see me stream it. Yeah, it's pushing. Should be pushing towards us pretty well here since they have the cannon still up. But yeah, still doing that. New Mundo. Yeah, I mean, on paper, he looked pretty OP to me. Fuck, really? God damn it. Like, literally the regank. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Literally ran from the base straight back down there at, like, what, level 4 or some shit? It was fucked, but I guess it worked. The Ziggs buff did look pretty good too. I'm gonna have to, I did want to do a patch notes video today, but I got caught up in some stuff. But I'll see if I can have that released by tomorrow. Oh, you think he's kind of bad? Okay. I mean, on paper, he looked really good, but, I don't know. Maybe the numbers are just off. The concept of, like, being unCCable just seems really strong, but... And this Diana is destroying Arcane right now on map pressure. I mean, I guess I should have known that. I mean, we had no... Actually, I didn't have sums. God. She's literally just gonna fucking park it here, isn't she? Well, that's just something we're gonna have to deal with. I mean, she can't really go top. She can't really go mid. She's not ganking Ahri, so we're kind of her only option. So, you know, you just got to read that situation. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the insight, B-Sarah. If you haven't played against him yet, I thought about banning him, but... Yeah, the concept just unCCable seems OP, but yeah, maybe they just went too low on the numbers. I don't know about Ziggs bot. Maybe. I forgot what they buffed about him, but I know they buffed something pretty significant. Oh, his ult, right? It's like way faster now. That looks pretty good. Well, they already got Dragon, but we'll try to get some vision here. It's not the greatest vision in the world, but...
The shadow has fallen as men have fallen.
Okay, there we go, nice.
What's next?
Humana's back. He can get it. guess let's go ahead and get that. It's a more efficient back.
It is death.
It was one hit off. Maybe I should have gotten the tier 2 boots, because it does allow my thing to run faster. But I kind of want Sork boots because they're all squishy. Or most of them are squishy on the enemy team, so... Like, the spell penetration looks really good. Oh, the Q damage is also buffed. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I didn't think Ziggs is, like, completely horrible before. Bot lane, you know, it's a little rougher. But I think, like, as a mid laner, he was, like, okay if you were good on him. But... I mean, he wasn't. Most people really weren't that good on him. he's a cool champ design, but he's actually pretty toxic when he's like in the meta. He has so much wave clear. It's like he and Anivia, you just really don't want to see them. At least I don't, because they just draw out games for so long. Even though he is cool. I mean, I like his sort of design, and I like his sort of crazy pyrotechnics vibe. I think they should allow you to reactivate the W midair to make it almost like a little Gragas barrel if you want to. And like maybe lower the cooldown on it instead of just giving him just better numbers, because that's what is just like toxic about him in the first place, I think, is his wave clear. And so giving him better wave clear is like, I think you want to make him more interesting without making his wave clear too good. Like that's what I think needs to happen with him. Fuck, really? Kaisa, goddammit. Alright, well, I guess I should have left it alone. I thought Kaisa was going to help me come up there and push her off of that. I mean, we could have gone up and pushed them off and then just left through the ramp. I mean, maybe she was scared that they were going to collapse on us, but I thought she was coming up to help me pressure. We just needed to stall for Kayn. But I guess, you know, I have a mini-map. I should have noticed Kaisa wasn't coming, and I should have just left. I should have just gone at the ramp and just thrown a seed around there instead of trying to put the ward in there. Doesn't seem like a lot, but those extra couple of steps let her close on me. I think didn't she flash to kill me? She may have flashed. I'll go ahead and ping it. Yeah, I mean, our other lanes are winning pretty hard, and we're actually not even losing that hard bottom. Like, I've died a few times, which is not great, but pretty much everyone else is winning on the map, so we just gotta just not die. Unfortunately, you know, Maokai's still pretty good, even if he's behind. Like, just the vision, and the seeds have pretty high base damage, so... God, he's got it. Why do they buff Divine Sunder, man? Come on. Yeah. They buffed, like, 2 of the items that are just, like, abominations. Just things should not be tanky and put out big damage. That's my opinion. Well, he is up about 30 CS. He's gonna be up 30 after this wave.
Will soon fall.
Fuck! Where the fuck is Kane? He was right here. Why, how did he end up coming around this way? Okay, well, I guess he got them all.
An enemy has been slain.
If I would have just sidestepped that Ezreal ult, that would have been nice, but... The only reason I went is I thought he was literally coming straight through the wall, like, on him. But I guess he went around near the tri-bush or something, I don't know.
Every step defiance.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got a tanky item that does a lot of damage. I mean, you didn't have to be that sneaky, right? I've got a control ward right there, and, like, I have a hell of a lot of CC when I get on him. Like, you don't... you don't have to go that far out of the way. But it's whatever. It's fine. We get dragon? Nah, they got it. Should have thrown that R faster. I guess I'll just go back bottom.
An enemy has been slain.
Get these stacks.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I will show them what was lost in the ruination.
Killing spree.
Alright.
If I'm already lost, I will take them with me.
Oh yeah, demonic. I was like blanking. I was like, the hell? It's been a little minute since I played Maokai. There we go. It's like, is it Void Staff? What is it? Oh yeah, demonic embrace.
Rampage.
Challenger.
For every pebble.
Wonder if his name is Jeremy or something. It's pretty cute.
I cannot find peace, not even in the smallest.
Unstoppable. Legendary.
Now for nearest mortal neck. It is in my nature.
Baron's up soon. God. Alright. Alright, bro. Go ahead and try to. I'm like 90% sure they don't have this worded, but we'll just make it official. Wonder how Sunder Bard is doing. I can look up the stats. How much is Sunder's like 3,200? I don't have ult here, but I don't think it matters. Probably. I'm going at vision, man. Oh, I mean, we could look from last patch. It was buffed last patch, right? Or was there something new that happened this patch with Bard and Sunder? Getting pretty close to that death stance.
Mortals irritate me like an itch beneath my bark.
Classy last hit Drake, yeah.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Oh god. Boys, please, just end it. Oh my god. Wait, why is Freak playing Talia support? Is he streaming right now or something? Or is that just a replay? Is Freak the person who stole all my viewers? Is that what this is? %of my people just said, fuck it, we're going with Freak. I guess it is, what, like 10 o'clock Cali time or something? Close to it. How many people are watching Freak stream? You can probably pull in a decent amount. Dude, when I was over in Cali, it was so weird. So I was like tracking the stock market and stuff when I was, and it opens at like 6:30 in the morning there. I can't remember, just wrapping my head around that. Oh, 330? That's pretty good. What rank is he? Is he still Diamond? I think he's been Diamond since like season 1. I think that's how he got his shot, is he wasn't like quite pro, but I think he was pretty close and played with a lot of the pro people. And then he just like, you know, pulled some strings and got into broadcasting. Kind of like Kobe. Kobe was on a pro team very early on though. I think he was one of the original TSM members. For a little bit. Plat 3. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised about that because it just gets tougher and tougher every year. And I'm sure he probably doesn't play like super competitively because he's so busy with broadcasting and his other production stuff. And the game is just a lot harder. Like, it's way harder now. A lot of people that were Diamond in Season 1, like, their skills would almost certainly be Platinum, possibly even high gold right now. If you took the same kind of playing from then and plugged it into today. Like I said, I almost got to Diamond in Season 3, and I really didn't even think that much about macro in terms of, like, wave pressure and, you know, rotations and things like that, even through, like, Season 7. Or something like that, just going into Season 8, you know? And I still almost, I was like Platinum 1, 60 LP or something like that back in Season 3. Without, like, even, not even having bad macro, just not even really thinking about macro at all. It was just like win lane, try to get objectives, you know, that's it. But in terms of, like, wave pressure and timing windows and, you know, taking advantage of power spikes and all that kind of stuff wasn't even on my radar. And I'm sure I'm still just, you know, barely scratching the surface compared to, you know, the amount of things that, like, pros pay attention to and use in their calculations. Oh, okay. He did casting for Warcraft 3. I didn't know that. Well, I mean, he's pretty good, and he's a good analyst. I think, not to hate on him too much, but the person who got in just because anybody could get in, or he's like, you know, cousins with somebody at the company was, oh, damn it, what was his name? He's got, like, gray hair now. I don't think he does anything anymore, but he, like, clearly knew, like, virtually nothing about the game. Whenever he was talking, he was just trying to be like a hype man, sort of. Fuck, I see his face. Rivington, or Riv, or whatever. And I feel bad because I watched a special, or there was like a little spotlight or something on him. Yeah, about how he was working hard and trying hard, and I think he was. He's the kind of person that just would bring a real, like, positive atmosphere. It seems like to the office, and, like, he will work and he will try, but bless his soul, as they would say down here, he just really has no clue about anything that was going on in the games. At least it wasn't expressed in his commentary. He was trying. Oh, he cast Valorant? Okay, I thought he was kind of retired from casting and was, you know... He strikes me as a person who would be better as, like, a behind-the-scenes kind of guy, like, production sort of guy. Or, like, in marketing or something business-related or production-related. Not just... He just doesn't... It just doesn't seem like a personality to me. Well, I've been watching Double Lift's casts of it. I think Double Lift is actually a very good analyst. And he explains stuff, like, really, like, from perspectives that I don't hear about from, like, a lot of the other casters. And it's kind of funny. It's amusing when he's, like, you know, co-casting or triple casting with Meteos and Sneaky. It's a great blend of sort of, and getting their perspectives too, because sometimes they offer some stuff I didn't think of. He usually offers the best by far, I think, of those three. But they do chip in some things. All of them have a different sort of perspective on it. And it's funny sometimes they just throw off something like nonchalant, like, oh yeah, everybody would know about this specific timing window or this specific nuance in this matchup and stuff like that. And it's like, I hadn't thought of that. It's a Braum game. I don't... Why would it be a Braum? I mean, Braum is good against Twitch. That's true. But I'm just not good on Braum. It might be a dodge game. I don't know. I should have banned Leona. Who did I ban? Morgana? I probably should have banned Leona. Let me see. Pretty good on Kaisa. What's everybody else doing? Well, there. This guy's like first time in Mundo. His mechanics aren't hard, but he just got reworked, and dude's not gonna know his limits. And who is it? Was it Butter was saying he was trash? Somebody was saying he's trash. They have so much carry potential. Their team comp's a little goofy, but I think I'm going to take 3 points here. Well, my Rakan's better than I thought it was. I mean, it's just like recently, I guess, it's negative or something. In the last 30 days, though, it has been doing better. Been playing fairly well overall. It's had sort of a pretty bad April, May. Opponents don't know his limits either. I guess I've heard it was rough though. So yeah, Mundo just got reworked. It got released today. I'll have to look at all the numbers on him, but what's up, Black Ted? You're playing Teemo Jungle? Well, good luck. That's gonna save your sanity? Okay. Oh, okay, Jason's online here. We got a game in. Yo, what up? Just straight chilling.
Hell yeah. Chilling in that AC.
Yeah. You got some AC you're chilling in now?
Oh, dude. I got the Mac Daddy of the AC units and furnaces.
Hell yeah.
I got a hell of a deal, too. So.
Good.
So. I actually have a heat pump and not an AC unit.
Oh.
So.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Dude, I'm going to play some Friday Night Magic this Friday. I am pumped.
Oh hell yeah! Is it at the big store?
Yep, Maverick.
Okay.
It's called Mavericks now.
Oh okay, they renamed it. Is it new ownership or they just renamed it?
Dude, they redoed the whole shop. Like they have hardwood floors now. They're trying to be a
Like a classy.
they're trying to upgrade to something with Star City. Basically, they can hold like bigger events.
Oh okay.
Like, I think like 5K and 10Ks is what they're gonna try and start doing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah.
Like that many people in the store, or that's the prize payout?
Like I think that's what like sometimes they're gonna do a prize payout of that.
Okay. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like 10K people in that store. I'm like, what the fuck? Do they
Oh,
buy out
no.
the whole shopping center or something?
Yeah, they definitely would have to do that.
Knock out all the walls.
My bad. I meant like
Oh no, that's fine.
money worth.
I was like, Jesus, that's a definite makeover. But yeah, money worth. That'd be good.
Yeah. Also, we're going against Mundo, huh?
Yeah. I've heard he's not that good. That's what people were saying. That was the word on the street.
We're about to get fucking worked.
Probably. Yeah, I think I just go Yuumi here. It's in the dark, but Leona's banned. We've got Hecarim and Jinx.
You and me, we got this.
I need to just use some of my blue essence and just get more pages, like at least 5 pages on the other one. Like I can keep switching the runes around. I mean, I guess it is lazy to do that, but since you can literally just change them. But it is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, I got so much blue essence on my account too.
Trist, Vagar, bottom. Well, hopefully Jinx doesn't get caged. I have to get a Mikhail's second. Install that garbage.
You 70 yet?
69. They're getting close. I'm taking a bit longer because I haven't killed. The only thing I've killed outside of a dungeon is just like a few ghosts that I had to do for the Karazhan attunement. Everything else, every drop of experience has been pretty much dungeons without that many quests. That's a hell of a lot of dungeons.
Yeah, it is.
But I think I'm revered with 2 or 3 factions already, and I'm pretty close on a couple other ones, so about ready to plug in and start doing heroics as soon as I pop it. Now I was telling secretly playing WoW in the background. I am, yeah.
To Summoner's Rift.
I'm putting stuff on the auction house.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright. Jinx, don't die with me, please. Put this in. So we are going to be merging over or combining some guilds just because we're a little light on people that are currently raiding. They're like going to be ready to raid, but we're going to have a couple of different times. It's Wednesday, Thursday, but they do have a 9:30. They're trying to get a 9:30 raid going and a 12:30 raid going. Let me post this in here. And then I'll see if I can maybe do like a little weekend raid also. Perks of playing Yuumi right here. And I'm gonna make a video about that for everybody out there watching too in a little bit, sort of what's going on with that and my thought process behind that. But this person's like, the hell, this Yuumi is actually literally AFK. Heh. She's gonna jump in as soon as she pops that. That's right. Yeah, I just think it'll be better for everybody because we only have about 6 people, I would say, that are like gonna be probably able to raid like this week or maybe even next week, and so getting a few more, and even for people that don't want to raid, it'd be nice because they have a little bit of a bigger guild. You know, they'll have multiple tanks and healers and stuff, so you can actually run dungeons instead of just, you know, 1 or 2 active tanks. So I think it'll be really nice and just more people to talk with and hang out with. So I think it's just kind of a win for everybody. And they seem to be pretty relaxed, pretty pretty chill, but like also like wanting to get stuff done. Their main tank that I ran with was pretty badass. The fuck? He has Ghost? We're joining their guild. They're bigger. So I'll explain how we're gonna do that in a in the YouTube video. But basically, we'll just leave our guild and then you join their guild, pretty much. And I'll keep my my bank alt. Shit, am I just dead? Fuck. Yeah, and didn't really talk about the power structure, but basically, I mean, they're calling the shots for the most part, and then I will, you know, I'll try to see, do what I can, but yeah, it's pretty much where, yeah, I mean, they're gonna be running it. I'm sure they'll probably give me, I'll work my way up to some kind of officer thing. And like I said, I'm gonna try to, like, they seem pretty interested in getting a lot of people involved too. They said sometimes if people don't need gear and something's on farm, you know, they might have some people sub out so other people can see it, and then other people can get some gear too. I mean, I'm not a control freak. I don't mind if they want to run it. It's actually really nice because then that's less shit I have to deal with. I guess let's go with that. Probably should have grabbed a control word. Why is it not letting me attach? It's weird. But yeah, that's fine. If they, I mean, as long as it's like, you know, an environment that I think is cool or whatever, then I'm perfectly fine with, you know, them running it.
An enemy has been slain.
Why would it be dodgy? just because there's somebody else, like, it's fine. I mean, they're not gonna go along with, hey man, we're like the weaker guild with less people and, you know, don't have a lot going on. Can we join your guild and you just completely like do whatever we tell you to do? It's like, they're not gonna go along with that. Like, who would? I mean, I didn't even ask them about like a power structure or anything like that. They didn't say, hey, we make all decisions, don't question it, you know, or anything like that, right? I'm just saying, like, it's just assumed, right, that we're going into them, they're the bigger guild. That, well, it's not disbanding a guild, it's just moving them over to something else and just changing the name. Because, I mean, you know, the bottom line is, we just don't have the people to raid. And we're not going to get it, because we're not going to be able to recruit. Right? It's like, there are so many guilds out there trying to recruit right now, and a lot of them are pretty close to having 25-man rosters. And it's like, okay, if you're you know, an up-and-coming player that's decent, and you're looking for a guild, are you gonna go somewhere that has like 6 people that are, you know, and they're trying to build something up, and they have less than 10 people online at any given time, and all of this? Or are you going to go to a much more active team that has, like, you know, 20 plus people that are ready to go, have a much more active, you know, social scene and all that stuff? Of course you're going to go to the bigger one, for the most part, right? Like, people don't want to hang out and wait around for like 3 months. Well, Bayo, I mean, you wanted... I was trying to give it a shot, man. Like, you wanted to be the main tank. You're level 63. A weekend. Like, we can't do that. Like, that pace, to me, like, I did not want to be a casual, you know, like, let's just have a couple of people log in. I mean, it's fine if people want to do that, but that's not the only thing I want to be, where it's just, like, ultra casual and people just, you know, log in every now and then and, like, I was pretty upfront that I want to be able to clear content. And I mean, I know you had stuff going on, and a lot of people have stuff going on. And I tried to wait as long as I could, you know, to give people a chance to catch up and stuff like that. But it's just not happening. Like I said, I think we have 6 people. And, you know, like I said, the longer it goes, the harder it's going to be to recruit people, because, as I said, you know, just no one's going to want to join that for the most part. Unless we just straight up call ourselves a casual leveling guild, then we'll get casual people that want to level, right? That aren't going to be that interested in raiding. But yeah, I mean, we had a bunch of people that were gung-ho about it, but, you know, we don't anymore. So, and that's fine, you know, no hate on whoever's had done it, but we have to plan around it. And like I said, yeah, well, the reason why I rush it is, like, I keep repeating over and over again, is the actual raiders that are going to put the time and effort in, and stuff like that, are going to get picked up by other guilds, like, pretty quickly. So it's not like you have unlimited time if you want to clear it at a reasonable pace, right? If we want to clear it next year, sure. But you just, people just aren't, a lot of people just are not going to join it. I mean, I've been trying to recruit people. We've had like one recruit that's like a person, right? Oh my god. Who's like a person that's gonna potentially be able to raid, right? The Paladin Remedy. And he's even, you know, made comments along the lines of, man, it's kind of dead here, isn't it? You know, whenever he's on. So he didn't say, I'm going to leave or whatever, but the writing's on the wall. But that's too late if you wait 2 or 3 months. Well, there's gonna be that many guilds on any server, though. And it's like I said, I'm running, you know, dungeons a lot. And any time, almost everybody's in a guild. There's virtually nobody who's not in a guild. It is almost impossible to find somebody who's not actively in a guild. That's, you know, in the 60s. Because it's, you know, you think about how hard it is to, like, find somebody to date sometimes for a lot of single people, right? It's because so many people are taken, right? And a lot of the, you know, good dating material people are going to be in relationships. It's usually a very small window you have to find somebody, like, they just broke up with their boyfriend, and you've got, like, a week before they're dating somebody else, probably. I mean, that's kind of how it was with my wife, and I'm sure it is how it is with a lot of people. It's like, you know, she had just broken up with her boyfriend, I think, a couple of weeks ago or something. And so now try to imagine, like, getting that timing window for 20 people, right? Where it's like they just left their guild for whatever reason. You know, the best reason would be they're good players, they just somehow didn't make the cut. Like, that's the thing, is you have a small window. You have a very small window where going from Classic... Oh, shit, almost one more. Going from Classic to going to TBC, because there was the transition from, you know, 40-person raids to 25-person raids, you have a small window there where some people are going to get cut a lot of times, right? They have to narrow it down to 25, and so your warriors and your rogues and stuff like that are going to get cut, and they're going to have to look for another guild. So that's what's kind of going on right now. Why there's, you know, recruiting, and there's a little shuffling around right now. But once it gets established, once people actually get raiding and they get in their groups, the only reason someone would leave is if they're kind of a douchebag, potentially, and guilds kind of forced them out, or if they're not that great, and, you know, they kind of got forced out that way. Now, it could just be they just are not happy with the way the guild is managed, and they're a good person and a friendly person and a good player, and they just, you know, just joined some militant guild they didn't realize, and they're looking for another guild. But even in that scenario, a lot of times, again, they're going to go with a more established guild. It's like, hey man, you want to join our guild, and like maybe we raid in 3 months, or hey man, join our guild, we've got a spot for you, and you can raid this week. We've got a proven track record of clearing this stuff. You know, like, what's the pitch for our guild? It's like, okay, it's like channel people, you know? You could have, like, returning players, but again, returning players are kind of right now establishing themselves and finding guilds. So I think it's going to get harder rather than easier the longer you wait to be able to recruit. Do we even have spots? Yes. Hell, we have 3 people, or like 6 people, that are like maybe would be able to raid this week. We have like 2 level 70s, maybe 3 level 70s. And the 6 people that I'm counting are like going down to level 65. Just people where if they really put on their, like, you know, leveling pants this week, they could probably get it done, you know? Do we have spots in the new guild? Yes, they told me there are spots in the new guild. Because they're trying to do 2 different raids. So they're basically, they need 50 raiders. And they said it's going to be competitive. Like, they aren't, you know, I'm sure there are some that are going to be reserved, but You know, they said there were a lot of new spots, from what I understand. Oh, of course they're going with the best players, right? Like, who the hell wouldn't? Again, right? It's like, hey, man, can we take Jimmy? He just dinged 70 with a bunch of greens on, and he has no clue what his character does, but he's friendly, you know? Or are we gonna take Ron over here, who's like full pre-raid bis, knows exactly what his character does, and he's friendly, you know? Like,
Book. Sometimes I pretend you're just a nice, comfy box.
I mean, of course they're gonna take the best people. Because if you don't, you're dragging down the whole guild. Like, there might be some special cases. Well, yeah. I mean, they said they're taking everybody. You can join. They said everybody's welcome to join, but there are only so many raid slots, so why would you not take the best players? Now, he did say he's even going further than, you know, I would potentially be willing to go, where he was saying that once we clear stuff, he wants to sub people out from, like, the main roster so other people can see it. I maybe didn't need to ult that. So he wants to bring in Jimmy to the raid. And, you know, I said also that I'm going to try to run, once we get some content on clear, on farm, I'm also going to try to do a weekend raid at whatever time that would be optional. That would be like Karazhan or Gruul or just some of the older content. Just for people that haven't been able to do it and just to get some people up to code as well. It's not what you keep saying it's what the guild was supposed to be. There are a lot of people that dropped off the face of the earth and haven't logged in and stuff like that. Like, what the guild is and what it was supposed to be or whatever, it's not even close. So, you know, that's not an option. Like, we can't do what the guild was supposed to be because a lot of people have just been MIA forever. And, you know, the thing that I'm saying is, like, I'm just trying to be real. Like, this is a better situation for a lot of people, because even people that may not hardcore be in a rating have been a little frustrated because there's just hardly any tanks in the guild that have been on consistently. And so everyone's, like, trying to pug dungeons, and our DPS can't find groups for dungeons. Or it's taking a long time and they're getting frustrated. And I've tried to give people tips for this, and I've tried to run stuff with people. But it's basically, you know, consistently been Ivern. So... and I've tried to tell people, look, man, just be nice to tanks you meet in solo queue. Give them like a 1 gold piece of food or something at the start of the run. You know, bribe them a little bit, get them on your friends list, and then, you know, just whenever you log in, if they're on, just send them a quick message and just say, hey, man, if you need any DPS, holler at me, smiley face, or something like that. You'll increase your invites by like 5,000% for a very small amount of gold invested. Actually, let me get, that's fine. Let's do it this way. So, you know, I'm trying to help out. But I think that this would be better for everybody, even who's not raiding, because there will be more people to talk to, more people to run dungeons with, or heroics, or battlegrounds, or whatever. It's going to be 50 raid slots instead of just 25, like we would have in theory, so you would have more people that are able to raid.
Coming.
Okay. But I mean, we don't need any animosity in the chat. I appreciate you kind of sticking up for what I'm saying, Dave. But you know, I haven't been following the whole thing. But I mean, the bottom line is it just wasn't going the way. I mean, I would like to. Oh, okay, I guess they're done. I mean, of course, I would have liked to keep it with just guild people, but the problem is we just have. I think a lot of people just did not anticipate just how long it takes, you know, to level up and get all your reputation and get your pre-raid bis and then get all the consumables and actually go to raids. Like, it can be kind of time consuming, especially, you know, setting up. And like I said, I tried to hold on as long as I could just because I didn't know where people stood, because some people just dropped off with like no explanation. Some people told me, they're like, hey, you know, it's not gonna have time for this. It's not gonna, you know, it's not quite what I thought it was. Here, let me switch over real quick and I'll reinvite you. And that's perfectly fine, right? So then I kind of know where we stand, but, you know, but that holds back the recruiting because I can't try to recruit those people. But there have been several people I've tried to recruit, and, you know, they're just like, okay, are y'all 70? You about ready to go or whatever? Some people in my runs, and, you know, I'm just like, well, we got a few people, you know, and they're just like, oh, never mind, you know. And again, I don't blame them for that. If I was in their position, if I was like, you know, ready to raid, working on my pre-raid bis, and I was level 70 and I was like ready to go, why am I going to join a bunch of people that aren't ready to go, you know, like, and just wait on them and just twiddle my thumbs, you know, when I could join another guild that, you know, is ready to start raiding next week, right? So that's what I keep going back to, is it's going to be so hard to recruit those. It's like the golden scenario of there being this benevolent good player that just rolls up out of nowhere or just leaves their guild and just wants to join yours out of all the options, if they're a good player and they have good gear and stuff like that, just because they love your smile or something like that, right? Like, I don't know. It's very, very difficult. So if you can just, oh, has he got a log? I'm just switching over to this account because it's higher. It's Platinum 3. The other one's like Platinum 4 or something. Well, the thing is, if they're longtime viewers and newer to the thing, a lot of those people just are not leveling, or they've dropped off the face of the earth. Like, it's a fantasy. And I knew that, you know, a lot of them were gonna, you know, be like that, right? It's just, it sounds really cool getting together with the group and, you know, going and doing some raids or some dungeons and stuff. But again, a lot of people just are not cut out for that, right? Or that's just not their vibe. That's not their thing, right? If you're thinking of someone like Sammy, right? Got married, wife really pressuring him not to play as many games. WoW is one of the most time-consuming games you can play. So, you know, we all love Sammy. Hope he still comes around and hangs out with us. He's dropped in sometimes, but, you know, he's gone. He's done with WoW, right? So there's no Sammy. Clown Thriller, you know, he was leveling a warlock. You know, he thought it was all right and fun, but he just couldn't find any groups. There were no groups running with him, because we just didn't have a super active social scene. There were some people did run groups with him, but he, you know, he just did not want to solo grind, and, you know, he just wasn't into it. And then we had one of the Daves, you know, from the channel, who tried it for a little while. He was leveling up, he was doing all right, but he was getting frustrated because we didn't have any tanks. He couldn't run any dungeons, you know, except for Ivern, and I think we ran some stuff with him. But he just didn't want to grind as much, and, you know, he just messaged me and told me, you know, really politely, you know, he was still going to come by, still going to hang out by the channel. So, you know, it's a lot. It's like I said, we have 6 people out of the, you know, 56 official people in the guild, right? And a lot of those are alts. But out of the 56 people in the guild, we have 6 that are level 65 plus that are interested in raiding. And the vast majority of those people, I think Fibber may not have done a lot of raiding or any before, but like a lot of kind of the top people in the guild right now have raided a lot before and are very experienced in WoW. You thinking of, you know, the other Dave, Jay, John, myself. Nice, Justin. So, you know, just this dream of rolling up with 25 viewers that have never played, you know, WoW and are like really casual about it, and turning them, you know, with this Rocky-esque type of story where we're running up the stairs and everybody's just like leveling up to 70 together, running all these dungeons, putting in all this time, having all these great adventures together, and then just like going out and raiding and stuff like that. That's not that's not the reality of the situation, unfortunately. Would have been cool if it was, but it's extremely unlikely. So, and this is not like this is a doomsday guild or something like that, right? Like it's some kind of evil guild that we're joining. It's a lot of, it'll make it better for everybody. They will have more people to level with, even if you're not one of the raiders. Against Blitz, I guess we'll do Rakan. Kind of want to do Maokai, but I like Blitz versus Rakan versus Blitz because I can dodge his stuff. So it'll give people like more people to talk with, more people to play with. I just think it's a win on all fronts. Because realistically, you know, you're saying like, well, maybe, you know, they wouldn't have enough raid slots for people. Like, we have 0 raid slots for months, basically, because we're not going to be raiding. We're not going to be able to get 25 people together to raid. We're going to be running with a bunch of pugs. All right, well, wait a second. So it's like they can have a chance at having a raid slot, or, you know, like I said, this guy is even nicer than like any guild is going to be, at least as far as like he said he wants to get other people in there that are not part of the core raiders into the current content by subbing people out sometimes. People who don't need gear from certain bosses and stuff like that to get other people in. So he's trying even harder than honestly I would to get people involved a lot of the time. So he might be even nicer than me on those terms. Now, I haven't really talked with him a lot in person, but I mean, it really does seem like a good thing for both parties, right? They're trying to fill out a lot of people, and they have those time slots because they want something for the West Coast people and the East Coast people. So the 12:30 is supposed to be for the West Coast people, and then the 9:30 is supposed to be for East Coast. Although it's not like regional locked, you don't have to be West Coast to do later. It's the only guild that I've ever encountered that's trying to do 2 raids like that. So yeah, and once again, you know, sort of like what Dave is saying, I'm not like mad or anything at anybody, or, you know, whatever. I'm just trying to be practical because I know I want to do current content rating, and I know there are other people that do too. And that's the thing that's the hardest to do. That's the most challenging thing. Oh, hold on. Is he? How do I whisper him? Oh, send message. There we go. It says he's AFK, but it also says he's creating a game. So I don't know if he's doing TFT or if he might be doing with a buddy or something. So yeah, I mean, I'm not like mad or whatever. I'm just trying to like figure out what's going on so that I can make adjustments and make stuff happen. Because if people just want to be casual and level casually, that's fine. I embrace that. And I think this other guild is going to embrace that too. And again, you'll have more people to run stuff with, to do your quests with, to hang out and barter items with. If you want to trade some leather for some cloth or, you know, whatever you want to do, it's like a casual kind of thing. You know, you need numbers for a good casual experience, in my opinion, right? Numbers are good, especially if you're casual. You want a lot of people, right, that you can talk with, that you can make friends with, that you can quest with and run around with and stuff like that, right? You don't want to be sitting there like what's going on currently, you know, in our guild where we've got like maybe 5 people on and 4 of them are in a party doing a you know, doing dungeons or something, and then that one guy is like sitting in Hellfire Peninsula killing boar or whatever by himself. Yeah, and you can still have your own Discord if you want to hang out. So I don't see, the only downside is if someone thought they were guaranteed a raid slot or something, and they are just going to be undergeared or can't compete with whoever they have over there for the raid slot, you know, thinking, if someone thinks that they, you know, had some preferential treatment over here or something like that, like that's literally the only situation that was there. And I mean, ours was going to be competitive too for the raid slots. We were going to have to go with whoever was, you know, most geared and putting in the time and stuff like that, because that's just not fair to the rest of the raid, basically, to ask you to carry undergeared people or people that aren't putting in the time or aren't coming in with consumables. And that's slowing everybody else down, that I've mentioned before. And, you know, that's not to be mean or whatever, but, you know, just one thing that I've, that I explained in the video, just as an example of this, right? If it's somebody that is just not bringing any consumables to raid, everyone else has to use more consumables. It's going to take you longer to clear the content. You might die more, and it's going to take more time to do the run. You're going to everyone else is going to have to pay higher repair bills, right? So it just taxes all the resources of everybody else. Versus if everybody's coming in, they've studied their class, you know, they're trying to get their pre-raid BIS gear, they're bringing consumables. Then instead of having a 4-hour raid, you know, you could have a 2-hour raid, right? Where there's not a single wipe and everybody just gets it done. Only has to use one flask, you know, very few consumables, and then everybody wins, right? But if half the raid's coming in and just like green questing gear, and they're just not getting pre-raid BIS, they're not buying consumables and flasks and stuff like that, you may not even be able to clear the content. Or it might take you longer or cost everyone else more money and all that stuff. And so that's why it's important that, you know, you try, at least on the progression rating where you're trying to do the cutting edge stuff, you try to bring in people that are putting in the time to get their pre-raid BIS, getting the consumables, all that stuff, because that helps everyone else out. And then after you get stuff on farm, if you want to, like this guy, you know, Muzzy's wanting to do, then you can bring some people in, right? Then you can substitute out some people who don't need gear on certain bosses and stuff like that, so that other people can see it. But you have to have that core to be the community from the channel. But there's not that many people, man. There just aren't. People just are not leveling fast enough or gearing up fast enough. I'm not trying to call out specific people or whatever, but I think I gave a lot of people a chance to do that. I don't know how I can dance around this, you know, more than I have already.
I must not fall.
No, it's totally all good, Matt. Yeah, I mean, you sent me the message, and that makes total sense, right? And then that way I know where we stand, right? Like, I appreciate that. Because then I was like, okay, you know, I know that we need to recruit or get somebody else. And so, like I said, I'm not hating or whatever on anything. I totally get it. And I hope that the people that couldn't do it still come to the channel and hang out, like Matt. And, you know, because we love hanging out with you, chatting with you, and stuff like that. And that's totally fine. So I'm not trying to guilt trip anybody. I'm just explaining why I think that was the choice. Not necessarily my first choice, you know. In an ideal world, sure. Like I said, I would love the Rocky story. With a bunch of, you know, channel people and newer people coming in and all running it, and, you know, all that stuff. That's just not the reality as it's played out, so. But yeah, so I think it'll be fine with these other guys. I think it'll be better for everybody involved. What? Oh, it's like Callista top? We're joining the other guild. I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to. I've been talking with their GM. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dellaby. Yeah, I've heard Mundo, like, that rework was kind of rough. But yeah, so I'm just doing what I think is in the best interest of everybody in the guild. I just don't think there are any legit downsides. Like, the only downside is if they already have their tanks, their main tanks or whatever, and our main tanks, you know, don't get a spot on their starting roster. And that's pretty much that. Like, they said they needed healers, so I think all of our healers who want to level up and get in there probably still have spots. They still have tons of DPS, but I don't know their tank situation. I'm sure there will be Karazhan groups that will need tanks. And they might need tanks. And they might, you know, if people, you know, want to off-spec or something, they're obviously going to need tanks for, like, some fights that will need 4 tanks, right? But I don't know that, but I think that's the only position that would get squeezed, potentially, as it always is. Yeah, exactly, Justin, and that's pretty much what's been going on with everybody who's been trying to run dungeons, basically, except for there's like one crew of us that have been leveling consistently the entire time, and that is, you know, it's basically just running everything with Ivern, right? So it's basically just been Ivern, Maloon, Faded, me, and Sharis. And I think the Remedy, the Paladin, has also been sort of...
Minions have spawned.
But yeah, having more tanks, more healers, more everything, it's just... As I keep saying, sound like a broken record. I just think it's all good for everybody. As long as they're not running it like a boot camp, which does not seem that way to me. Yeah, we're Alliance. We had been Horde. We got talked into switching over to Alliance. But I do like Alliance. The guild is Savage. I ran a few dungeons with them the other day, and then I was talking, their GM was there. Yeah, I didn't do Alliance in the original TBC, and we got talked into running Alliance, and then also Jason and his friends, the guy that, the Azir main that I play with on here, he and his friends were on this server that we're on, so we transferred servers. And then it seems like, you know, Jason expressed interest, but he's been so busy with work and real life stuff going on that I'm not sure what his timeline's going to be. And the other guys are out. They decided to go back to Horde. And so we basically ended up switching over to Alliance and then moving over to this server. Just for no reason, in retrospect. But, you know, given the information that I had, it looked like a good idea. But it's fine, you know, I kind of like the server, it's cool. It's basically a PvE server. It's technically PvP, but all the Horde got run off the server, basically, before we got there. But I kind of like it. You can actually quest and do stuff. I don't know. Random world PvP, it's like, it's okay sometimes, but most of the time, to me, it's just annoying. You know, if I want a PvP, I just go to like an arena or a battleground or something. Because I don't like picking on people that are defenseless. I don't know. I just don't. It's just not my thing. Like to sneak up on someone and kill them while they're like killing camps or something. And I don't like it when people do that to me. So, I know PvE is kind of like, you know, bitch mode or something, whatever people want to call it, but I just think it actually is kind of more convenient. And then you can still go do arenas and battlegrounds and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only main reason I always rolled on a PvP server was just because I felt like it was kind of just kind of frowned upon if you didn't do that, right? And that it may not attract players who are as competitive, potentially. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just why I always rolled on PvP. Hey, that's cool, Matt. Awesome, dude. I'm glad you're, I'm glad you're able to get some extra work. It's great. You know, and if you ever decide to come back, I know you said it's too busy or whatever, but if you ever decide to come back or whatever, you can definitely do that. We'll still have a spot for you if you just want to casually log in and do something every now and then, that's fine. But if you don't, that's totally fine too. You're always welcome to come hang out on the channel and talk about whatever you like to talk about.
I guess we're going this way.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine, Pontiff. We're not trying to, like, you know, I'm not trying to guilt people from the channel into playing. It's totally fine. I get it why some people, you know, it just doesn't work. WoW kind of is a lifestyle choice, you know, as much as it is a game. Oh yeah, most people, or a lot of people are Horde. I think the percentages are actually pretty close. I do like the aesthetic of Alliance better. Like the towns just look a little cooler, I think. The characters look a little cooler. But Horde is like really good at, is usually better at PvP. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's not fun grinding solo. To tell you the truth, the only stuff I have killed outside of a dungeon is literally the stuff I had to kill for a quest for Karazhan Attunement. I had to kill these ghosts. So I've spent like 10 minutes grinding. But that is one of the perks of kind of leveling up as a healer. Oh lord. I got stunned. We probably should have just stopped doing that. As soon as they like knew we were there. It's pretty forced. How are we down that much CS and we've been just murdering them, it feels like.
Is it time to save the world again?
Yeah, I was Horde back in the day, which is fine. I was an undead warlock. I like undead for warlocks, kind of. Like, I think that's kind of a cool aesthetic, but it was just because that's what my friend played. I think Alliance is actually marginally better for PvE if you have the right stuff. Because the Draenei with the plus hit bonus is really big. And then humans with the weapon expertise. Yeah. But I mean, with this guild, you would have other people to do stuff with, but...
Book, float us that way.
Also, I was planning on originally... well, originally I was a Tarn Druid. And then Bayo talked us into switching over to Alliance. And then I was like, you know what? Priest is like this for... Or humans are pre-raid... Or are Bis for priests because they get the huge spirit bonus. So I was gonna be a priest. Really? Where the fuck is everybody? Oh my god. Guess they're all on the top side of the map. It was such a stupid play by them, but it worked. I mean, I guess if they literally knew everyone, including our mid laner, was top side of the map, but...
We've got 6 left. Or was it 5? I won't lose you, Book. Not after losing Master.
Damn, if Triss had been 6, we would have won that easily. I don't know why she overcommitted. Like, we got barred to half. She could have just reset. Just wait on, like, Kog'Maw's W to wear off. And then re-engage on him.
I've read
But...
all of Book. Well, most of Book. I like the pictures of fish. Some of which there are none, Book. Woo! Ow. Yeah.
We are gonna outscale him with me, but probably, I don't know, man. Kog'Maw's like really strong, even though he goes for kind of this tanky build. Dies with ult. God, dude, we were up like 3-0 or something. Also, we just fucked this up so bad. So badly. And it's not even the CS. Like, yeah, the CS is really bad, but it's just like the decision making. God, am I just dead? Possibly. Jump on him! Jump on him! Fucking jump on him, dude! Jesus Christ, like, what does it take? Alright, finally.
An ally has been slain.
Oh my god. I don't think we can beat him. Yeah, he's extremely fed. I don't think we can do anything about that. Need to run. Oh my god. Why did I should have just abandoned ship. I'm like, okay, Triss has got W, you know, we can take a look at it, but there's no way.
An ally has been slain.
We should have just given it up, like... I don't know. I mean, it sucks when there are 2 people, when their bot lane is dead. But mid lane was like not there also, but
Time to save the world again. Book, float us that way.
but the way this Triss has been playing, there's like what are we gonna do? Like, I mean, I guess we could maybe pressure him off of there, but we're definitely not taking it from him. We don't have Fiddlesticks, and they're super strong. Like, I think it was just way too risky.
I love dogs.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It's a little diffy. A little bit of a diffy.
It's okay. We've got 6 left. Or was it 5? The expert huntress stalks the battlefield.
Down. Shut down.
Yeah, that can be one of the big challenges with her, is learning how to abandon ship. Because you're so vulnerable when you're not attached also, so just learning like when you should detach and run away. Like, she's definitely easy mode in some situations, right? Like, for sure. When you just attach and that's it, but a lot of times, you know, in closer games, you gotta kind of choose where to go and where you're using your cooldowns, and when you're jumping between people, it's actually pretty dangerous. You can get CC'd while you're like in midair. It's happened a lot, you know, where I try to go through and then like just a random like Malphite ult or, you know, something like that could happen. Triss does have a lot of kills.
Okay, it's time to plow. You do know how to plow.
Ally has been slain.
I'm great at doing something.
Has been slain.
It's kind of dangerous for me to hop off, but I was like out of mana. Please let me attach. I really don't want to use my E to catch up.
Turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. He's just way, way too strong.
Slain.
I mean, I am playing Yuumi. The problem is their Kog'Maw is going to outscale Triss, I think, even with me being attached to Yuumi. Kog'Maw's, like, really strong right now with this, like, goofy... Wit's End is very strong. I'm not sure about going the whole, like, Randuin's thing afterwards with him, but I do think that Wit's is good.
Save the world again. Where to, book?
Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Fuck. Like, right there. I try to attach, person dies midair, and then I get stunned by the echo thing.
Killing spree.
Could have maybe come in hot with the ult, like press the ult, and then when I got stunned, maybe it still would have rooted somebody.
It's okay. We've got 6 left. Or was it 5? Book, float us that way.
been slain.
Which dragon is that? I guess that's only their second one.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Well, that's about as close as we're gonna get right there. Well, we did get a lot of shutdowns.
Your turret has been destroyed. Has been slain.
You dumb fuck. Why? Dude, why don't we just kill the Bard? Did
Double kill.
he just not see Bard? Just turn around and kill Bard. Like, I can ult the Bard. Jeez.
Is it time to save the world again?
Yo, what's up, Scott? How's it going?
Nowhere else.
This game's a little rough. I think we won our previous two, though. Very balanced. Well, that wasn't anything to do with balance. That was just us being bad. I mean, honestly. Did we get it? No. Okay. Well, we killed them all.
You have slain an enemy.
Oh, I am so knocking that over.
Alright. You also starting to go off. We probably better back, though, man. I can't get any safe rewards. Okay. Oh, you're saying because he actually was doing pretty well in killing stuff? Are you saying that's why? Hashtag balanced.
Now that's losing this.
Come on, come on. What are we doing?
Ferocious team of
Oh my god. Why did he go back in? What the fuck? Dude, we were just coming back. He's like sitting here typing or some shit? Really? We just won like 3 fights straight. And then he sits there and types, or whatever the hell he was doing. And after we lose the fight, then he runs in and tries to like 1v5.
It's okay. We've got 6 left. Or was it 5? Today we are destroyers.
Well, we still could win. Everybody's pushing up with no vision of anything.
Ally has been slain.
I mean, I can't get vision because we just killed him. Like, we don't need to push. It's gonna push into us, and there's no objective on the map right now for 3 minutes. So, like, they're literally just gonna be sitting in a bush near our base, like, farming our jungle. Right? Like, it's not that hard to figure out what's going on here. What the f- Is he really sitting over here farming? I'm reporting Fiddle for AFK, because I think we could have defended this. If Fiddle came out and ulted, and combined that with Silas. Like, I get it. Like, we're probably not going to win, but, you know, the thing is everyone else is trying, and you don't get to decide when the game's over. It's not a solo game, right? If other people have not surrendered, then the game's still going. Cast your vote. If you want to surrender, that's fine. You can cast your vote. But if it doesn't go through, you got to keep playing. Like, that's my opinion on it. You don't get to take your ball and go home when you're playing a team game. Unless you're a second grader. And if he is a second grader, I apologize. That is appropriate behavior for being in second grade.
I called it.
Not appropriate, but understandable, I guess. But you know that dude's freaking like 22 or something. Sub someone out. I mean, I don't know. You mean like kick them out of the game and have someone else come in? That'd be an interesting concept. I'm not completely opposed to like the vote kick early, but they're never gonna do it because it would like basically hard enforce the meta if you could just kick somebody who was playing something weird, which yes, I would like that most of the time, but there could be some times where that just is maybe not good in a wider sense for the game. I'm not sure.
Has been slain.
See, look at this. Can we... I guess we just kind of have to defend it here. Yeah, I love Tribunal. I think Tribunal's great. They're talking about all these false positives and stuff like that. I'm like, I really don't think it was that many false positives, to be honest. Like, it's just a bunch of litigious people, right? They're just like, well, There was one person out of 1,000 that was not technically trolling. They were, you know, maybe running around in the jungle a little bit, maybe typing a little bit and not playing, but that really shouldn't be punishable, you know?
Your inhibitor is
It's like the vast majority of people that got voted punished were doing some shady shit
ally has
that
been slain.
deserved a warning, at least, you know? Because I did a lot of Tribunal when that was available.
Respawning soon.
Most of the time it was really obvious. Because not every report goes to Tribunal. It only sends someone to Tribunal when they have a lot of reports. And you would get to look over, like, 10 games that they had or something. And so you would see evidence from a lot of games. And then in order for the person to get disciplined, it was multiple people looking at multiple games, right? It's like, shit.
Zoomies.
Well, with fire, it is going to be hard to win that. I mean, you could restrict it to people of a certain honor level or something like that. I could see that. That would make honor useful for something. But yeah, exactly. I think if Fiddle would have just been there, like, we would not have lost those two inhibitors. But, I mean, maybe that was a bad fight, too. I read that wrong. I thought Yone was going in, and he, like, ran away. Well, she probably had Shield Bow and a couple of other, like, healing items. I didn't look at her items, honestly. She may have had some other stuff. Silas was trying, and he didn't do that much dumb stuff. But no. You got a reward simply for voting. It didn't matter if you voted innocent or guilty. Punish or pardon, it didn't matter. You got paid out just for doing it. And it wasn't even that much. Like, I don't remember. The old Blue S, I can't remember what it was, but you could do up to 15 per day. And each set that you did was, you got paid like 5 Blue Essence or something like that. The equivalent of that. So yeah, Shield Bow's super strong right now. Alright. Let's give it a second so we don't get those guys on our team. We started to get back into it, but yeah, it was IP for, I don't remember what it was called. RP is riot points. I can't remember what IP was. Now it's BE. Oh, influence points, yeah. I don't remember the exact economy of that, if it ended up being a nerf or a buff when they changed it, but Yeah, it could be a nerf. I think I remember hearing it basically being a nerf. Double assassin. Skarner. And Ezreal. Dude. Their team's kind of nasty, I'm not gonna lie. This might be a dodge here. Wait, we're back on the account we dodged on. We actually should have stayed on the other one. The strategy professor. So that we could use both of our 3-point dodges. So this would be a 10-point dodge now. Dude's pretty good on Lissandra. They took Ezreal off of Jimbo. Is he gonna go Jinx? Jhin? Kled's pretty good on Kled. I mean, all of our team, like, all of our people have good win rates, I guess. Okay. Jinx would have been nice. You think it's gonna be Warmog first item on Kled? I don't know how his beast interacts with plus healing. It seems like that'd be kind of weird. Like, it's probably bad, but maybe there's a thing with it.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
I can't wait to get there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I am gonna get in there.
Really? Are like actual good Kleds running that now? Or is this like a, what's his name? Rav. Is that like a Rav build? Or is this like #1 Kled NA build?
If Zaya says someone has to die, they die. They deserve.
I feel like he has really good AD ratios. I don't know how the bonus HP interacts with his mounting though. See, I just got that video from Azir. He sent that to me like hours ago. Wait, y'all, yeah, y'all see it on OBS. See, right there. I'm almost positive he sent that to me like right before he logged off. The yes sir. There's like a huge delay. So weird.
They want us in cages. We will. understand our kind until they hear the song.
Yeah. It's not worth. I took too much damage. I was trying to get stacks, some free stacks on the tower, but it's too greedy.
I can't die looking this good.
This comes only in the moment before I fire.
Woo! I am so into this. What is this? Quit messing around.
What?
But humans' magic is like fire.
Yeah, he probably could have killed us if he didn't stop to clear that ward. I think sometimes people just completely give up on a gank if there's a ward there. It's like, you already had a flanking position on us. You could have just ignored the ward and run at us.
I'm here. I'm gone. I am so gone.
Shaco's kind of coming.
I am a chronic line stepper.
Would have been cool if I could punish him more for that, being forward, but there's so many minions and Jin just wasn't in like an aggressive position. No, I go for the mana regen on Maokai as well. The mana regen is just so huge early on. You do get guaranteed wards off a relic, but having 50% mana regen, like at level 1, it's basically a fairy charm. In addition to being a gold item, is just absolutely massive. It's almost like starting with 250 free gold when you take that item. Like the health regen on Relic Shield is pretty good, but it's just, I don't think it's nearly as good as the mana regen.
An enemy has been
I mean, the stats are very, very similar. Remember, Spellthief has health on it, and AP, and so does Relic Shield. They both do. So, you're not even giving up that much in stats. It's just like,
I don't apologize.
do you want...
I feel good.
How do you want to get your gold? Harassing them, or auto-attacking minions? Really? Oh, God. I don't think there was any other way I could have pathed. Maybe I could have cut back to the left, but I thought Katarina was going to kill me if I did that.
Humans think that to believe in something you have to be serious about. That's their problem.
Well, do you want mana regen or do you want health regen? I think is what it comes down to.
The universe loves me.
I'm gonna put a defensive ward here, I guess.
Turn on, drop out. They will remember my name.
The fuck?
They've never seen moves like mine.
No, he's going for a more traditional build up there, it looks like. Damn, he got the first kill, but he's still getting wrecked.
Through my work, shall transcend.
Okay, they should have this Rengar, I think.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear.
Wow. She's dead, right?
When I get
Yeah.
sad,
Okay,
I
good.
stop being sad and be awesome instead.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm gonna live forever.
Wow, how'd that not even trigger Guardian? Felt like a lot of that got blocked,
I will walk in.
but Guardian didn't trigger. Is that a bug?
Now's my chance.
You will learn what danger truly is.
We getting baited? We getting baited?
The world's a big place. Don't want to miss any of it. Quit messing around.
Of course. Well, Shaco is up a lot of farm.
You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it.
Inspire action.
Okay, Rakan. Get him watching.
Ally has been slain.
Did Lulu flash too? I guess maybe she did. Whoa, she messed it up? Fuck. Really? Damn it, I did not see that TP. I guess I should just run out. I thought Ezreal E'd forward, maybe. Let Lulu's metal. Let Lulu be trolling! Ugh.
An ally has been slain.
The humans call it battle. It's just a dance.
Hey, what's up, Josh? I have not seen him in a game. On paper, I thought he looked really strong, but apparently his win rate's really low, and a lot of people who have come in tonight have said he seems pretty weak. Seems to be the consensus. Skarner's probably headed here right now. I don't have any minions. I mean, I guess I took a couple of shots for him.
Bliss.
I
Ally
can,
has
because I'm
been
free.
slain. An ally has been slain.
Let's see what's happening now.
Dude, run! Like, you're gonna die. No, man, he can't have his Crystal Spire. I gotta stop the Crystal Spire.
Killing spree.
Where's bot lane?
Is my cloak right? Yes.
While he's down there doing all that shit, like Rengar's up there just pounding away on this tower. Yeah, but it's gonna reset to what? Like, the tower aggro reset's cool and everything, but there has to be minions for the tower to reset onto, you know what I mean?
Call magic, we call life. Why is it taking so long to get back to the action?
I need to ban Ezreal. I think we beat the Ezreal earlier, but he just feels so strong.
Will soon fall.
Shall transcend.
They're gonna try and test me?
Let's reset the wave, get that XP. Get it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, he getting it. This Cled's about to get it up there.
Magic. I am only as wild as magic. If you look at things the right
Enemy
way, it's all.
Enemy double kill.
Wow, what? No assists? One v two, no assists against like
I'm gonna
a hard CC champ.
then help them build it back up.
How does Lissandra ever lose that? It's literally just press R on her, especially when Shaco's there.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I don't get it. And she's down 40 CS.
I need to get it.
Shut down.
Dude, please back up. She's gonna be there.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Shut down.
Danger is as fun as you let it be. They will see my dance. Then they will know magic's joy. It's magic that's wild. I'm just here for the party.
Just need Shirelia's. Now we got that. I think I'll try to go for Staff of Flowing Water here. It is a little bit greedy. Maybe should go Zeke's, but we have a bunch of people that have pretty important cooldowns, so giving them all extra cooldowns is probably a good idea. God.
Ally has been slain.
This looks like another dangerous
Cries in
situation.
Spanish.
Thankfully, I can improvise.
Hola! Isn't that the meme? Cries in Spanish or something?
An ally has been
Isn't that what the kids is memeing about these days? Don't die. Of course he dies.
1, 2, 1.
shut down.
Woo! All right.
God, this dude's gonna chase him to the end of the earth.
Enemy has been slain.
Dude, no fucking way! What is that champion? What does she have in her kit that gives a fucking slow? Is it just red buff? I was like, wait a minute, did she buy Rylai's? No, she just runs me down through Shurelya's, through my ultimate, through W. Does her Q slow? Oh, what do you mean complete silence gameplay? Oh, me? Was I not talking for a while?
Without
Or is my mic just messed up?
have no
Oh, her Q, so she gets a free slow now? When do they do that? I guess it's been a long time. I don't remember her having that. I thought she had to get Rylai's if she wanted the slow.
It don't take a lot of words to tell the truth.
I'm like 99% sure it doesn't slow. I think it was just she auto-attacked me with red buff.
I don't want a world that's safe. The sleeper must awaken. I'm just trying to make them
Team has destroyed a turret.
I do not name one genius that ain't.
Oh, I just realized I have Ignite plus Exhaust.
Has been slain.
Instead of Flash. I guess from Yuumi. It's actually not that bad.
They will see me.
I mean, I've been using Ignite and Exhaust all game, but I was like, wait a minute, this seems kind of weird. Like, this Exhaust feels kind of weird on me.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I mean, it does help you out. It would help you out in your early game quite a bit. All ends. You are pretty fast. You do have a good escape anyways.
Magic is supposed to be safe.
Hopefully they don't kill him. Okay. I don't think Rengar detects him when he's invisible if he Qs. Because it's like true invisibility or whatever. Rengar seems kind of tanky. Yeah, he's got all the bruiser items. Oh, never mind. They're not doing it.
I've I've been kicked around since I was born. It's
So
all right.
annoying.
It's okay. I'm staying alive.
Oh, okay. I thought they had it control worded. That exhaust definitely came in handy there. Exhaust ignite on the cat. He messed up her mage eyes. So that's a lot of wasted gold now.
I'm gonna show people some of the strange. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself, mostly. But you too!
Has been slain.
I'm getting impatient. It's a revolution. And it's good times.
Enemy has been slain. Enemy rampage. Shut
Got to
down.
stop talking to myself. Damn it, Zion, where are you?
Executed.
Wow. He's probably already on it, but
Crap. Totally forgot why I'm here.
did that just to speed him up a little bit. Probably not going to be able to get it.
Don't leave nothing. Bring it all.
Kind of offsides right now. Shit. Can we just get cat? Maybe?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Fuck is she?
None.
She flash or something? Wow. Oh, okay.
I'm so fine, I gotta kiss myself.
Woo!
Has been slain.
Damn, missed the Baron. I was trying to just barely clip him.
An enemy has been slain.
Zaya, hey,
Can we?
hate it.
This is only the moment before.
Nah, no. We do it too slowly.
Probably running.
We have a bunch of casters. We don't have many auto attackers.
I got freedom. I got a lady. I got a cause I die for. That's who I am. I don't do safe.
We need Grievous.
I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. I mean, seriously.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Dude. Okay, I guess I was disrespecting it. That was ridiculous how fast that was. And they literally had everybody was there ready to rock and roll. We're gonna lose. Fuck.
If you weren't a little frightened, you ain't alive.
I mean, if there was a speed cap, he hit it right there. With Lulu's W, I think they popped Shirelia's as well. Shirelia's, Kim Tank, Predator, Lulu W Skarner. It was probably actually over 1,000 movement speed. Can we get her? Nah, she's not gonna let me do it. Because I had vision, so he started like right here and ran to here before I could even get right here and jump over the wall. It was like less than 1 second. But I just didn't piece all that together, and I didn't see him on a ward, so I thought I was safe. But you're not safe with that kind of speed pretty much ever. Dude, what the fuck is that speed? And he's got Deadmans too. How was he moving? And he's got swiftness boots. Jesus Christ. How was he running away so fast? His W also gives movement speed. I mean, it was probably literally over 1,000 speed. Possibly more. Okay, he just did something. We gotta make, he has to hook, we have to make him hook Kled. We just cannot deal with the cat at this point. We just don't quite have enough burst. Why don't we have an Executioner's Calling? It's like 31 minutes into a game of League of Legends. In Season 11. I'll guarantee you people be healing. Sell your fucking Dorans and get it right now. Stop what you're doing.
Do.
It's a boring item. Who the hell wants to win? I'd rather have a much more interesting item, like another static item that doesn't do anything that ADCs can purchase. Pretend the item is like reads like a death cap, because it basically does. It's gonna increase your damage by like 30%. Your effective damage. Just people have to, you know, think about it a little bit. just dead. We just cannot deal with Cat. She just, especially with Ocean. We don't have any grievous wounds, and we just don't have enough burst damage. Like, Kled and Lissandra, like, they've been doing all right in the game, but I mean, it was really where I fucked up around Baron that was the big turning point, where Skarner came in like 2,000 miles an hour and got me, and then they got Baron. We were kind of keeping up for a while there, but that gave them just enough extra power to kind of put the game out of our reach. They gave them that extra half an item. God. Look how tanky this little shitter is, dude. God. I'm so tired of, like, champions being tanky that also do a hell of a lot of damage. Like, how much HP does this dude have? He has, like, 4,000 HP. What's his AD? 255 AD with 4,000 HP and 60 ability haste. Like, what's the strategic trade-off here? 4,000 HP, 255 AD, 60 ability haste. What? And lots of lifesteal and activatable damage. He had 2 different items that have activatable damage on them. I think Titans. If Titanic's not activatable, it's still like bonus damage on hit. At like 4,000 health, it's probably like 200 damage per hit or something extra in an AoE splash. I don't know. I am not a big fan of these, like, this new itemization rework. I kind of liked it earlier on, like, when they were changing it up. I was like, okay, that's cool. And there were some ideas about it that seemed kind of cool, but oh god, I thought we were demoted into gold. I was like, what? No. Okay, we're just back down into platinum. So, it was a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought, I don't know. We just didn't have the damage, I think. Right? I mean, Katarina probably did like 50,000 damage or something. 46. I mean, I guess the numbers aren't like that far off, but because like Skarner and Ezreal, wow, Ezreal, oh, that's Lulu. Okay, yeah, Ezreal did do pretty good damage. I don't know. If I didn't screw up around Baron, we probably could have won. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. I think, what did we go? 2-2. We won our first 2 and then lost the next 2, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, we'll be back here tomorrow, and I should have the patch notes and the tier list ready for you by tomorrow, and then we'll be back on stream trying to get some more wins. So thank you very much. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.